Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. My name is Mike Demaro, and this episode we are going to talk about the workplace once again, but the issue this time is going to be management. Basically, managers or leaders. Basically, in layman's terms, your bosses. Now, every job that you're going to have, basically, except if you own your own business, you will have a boss. So you have to deal with that. And no matter what position you have, too, you will have to deal with someone higher up. You have to report to the person higher up, no matter what job you have. Now, my experiences with bosses have been okay. They've been pretty good. I had some pretty good bosses and managers, and I have some. I had some that were not so good to me, and whatever. We have to deal with it. Sometimes you'll have good managers, sometimes you'll have bad managers, and that's the way life goes. That's the way the whole earth is. You know what I mean? So, anyways, in 2002, I started working at Six Flags New England, and the managers there, my bosses, they were pretty good to me, or they were okay to deal with. And then for 2003, when I went there, I didn't really enjoy them, you know, and I got terminated. So from Six Flags New England back then, and the issue was not them. The issue was me. So, anyways, I don't want to talk about that as much, but let's move on to my next job, which was Domino's Pizza. I got hired on later on that year, the same year, and the owner of the store, he was pretty good to me. I enjoyed working with him. He enjoyed having me as an employee, and I got to know him. I got to know his family. He got to know me. He got to know my family. He was a great guy. He would give me all the days off I needed to have off. You know, he would let me go to school. He was a great guy, personally, and I still have contact with him today. You know, and the coworkers that I worked with at Domino's Pizza, I still have contact with them. They were a great bunch of people to work with, and I miss them all. And I missed my boss, too. But luckily for me, he's coming down here in December, and we're going to meet up at some point. So, that'll be good. Now, Disney. I did the college program, okay? I got to work in two places while I did my college program. Pizza Planet and the parking lot. Now, Pizza Planet, I had the best managers that were there. The best. They liked my way of working. They liked my style of working. They thought I was a pro at Pizza Planet, and they would support me no matter what. They were a great bunch of managers, and every one of them, except for the area manager, has left and transferred to somewhere else on property or has left the company. And I wish they were still there at Pizza Planet because of the way things have been going. But they were a great bunch of managers, and I really enjoyed working with each and every one of them. Now in the parking lot, my, I felt that my managers were okay to me. You know, they were okay with me, and they were able to help me out as much as they could, but they couldn't help me out with every single problem I had, and that's understandable. Now, when I returned back down here to Florida last year, we had a whole new slate of managers at Pizza Planet, and but now I don't really care for one of my managers. I feel like sometimes the manager does bully me and does intimidate me, and I don't want to discuss all the details on that. They were okay. They are okay to work with, but it's hard to work with them sometimes. So they are grateful to have me there because I know my way around Pizza Planet where I work now. So now dealing with managers is going to be a hard thing for you to deal with sometimes, but everyone has to deal with it. And me personally, with Asperger's, and you might have autism or Asperger's, and wondering, will I get along with the managers that are working here and all that? The answer is yes. There is a way you can get to be getting along with them, but you have to make a real good start with them, a real good connection with them. Otherwise, if you don't make that connection with them, you are not going to enjoy your life working there with the managers that you're going to be working with. So, what I try to do is to try to get to know them first when they get hired on, and then feel your way around. See if this person is going to be an okay manager for you, if this person's not going to be an okay manager for you. But you have to deal with managers no matter where you work. Now, when I have a problem or an issue, it's hard to talk about with the managers. That sometimes I have to write them notes explaining what is going on and what is the problem. Now, I've had problems at my work, and I have written notes saying how I feel about a certain issue or whatever. We're not going to talk about the issues on here, but you get the idea. Like, like the issue, how I feel, and what's going on. And then later on, they'll talk to me about it too. You know, gives them a chance to understand how you're feeling, what your opinions are, and that's the way it feels. You gotta have that in that world. You know, you gotta have opinion in this world. You gotta share your side of the story and how you feel. Now, when it comes down to clothes that the managers wear, now when I worked at Six Flags, my managers, all they did was just wear a different color shirt. They basically dressed up the same way us coworkers dressed up, us workers. The only thing is, they had a different color shirt. Now at Domino's Pizza, basically the assistant managers and they would wear the same color shirt and all that with us. They wear the same uniform as the regular workers. Now my owner or the owner and franchisee, he would wear a different color shirt, but he would wear Domino's shirts. You know what I mean? He would wear basically what we wore, but he would have a different color shirt. Basically, what was at Six Flags New England. Now, at Disney World, the managers, which are called leaders, by the way, they would wear business attire. They would wear a dress shirt and dress pants and dress shoes and all that. And that's how it was with both Pizza Planet and parking. Now, the only thing is, they did not wear a hat when dealing with food, where we, the workers, have to wear hats while dealing with food, while serving food. We have to wear hats. It is not fair that the managers do not have to wear hats while serving the food or helping us in the kitchen. That is one of the issues that I am trying to bring up, but it's hard to deal with that issue because people just don't want to touch it with a 10-inch pole or 10-foot pole, you know what I mean? But if they're helping out us in the kitchen, they have to wear a hat. You know what I mean? I spoke to my mom about it. She's been in the food business for about 30 years. And I told her about the problem, or the situation with that. She recommends me, or she said that they should be wearing hats while dealing with food, touching food, or working in the kitchen, you know? So, yeah. Anyways. Now, it is a great experience to get to know managers too. The only place I do want to get to know managers and hang out with them is at work. I don't want to hang out with them outside of work, basically, you know? If they're my former managers, yeah, sure. But if they're my current managers, no. There's no way. So, now, I have some of my managers on Facebook as friends of mine. But now they are former managers of mine. They are not current managers of mine. Now, my advice is do not add any managers from your work onto your Facebook as a friend. Do not. Because the managers will have the ability to see what you are typing and what you post on your wall and post on as your status, and they can translate that to trouble at work. So you gotta be careful. My advice is do not add any managers on Facebook. Current managers, former managers, if they're real good to you, okay, you can have them as a friend. You know what I mean? And that's what I've done. So, anyways, I'm gonna close out this episode. So I hope to see you later. Bye for now.